When you join my online training program and start to become a real speaker, I reflected on some of the things that people tell me or ask me or found that they've been challenged by, and we've added extra lessons into their one-to-one sessions so that they too could become more dynamic. So as part of the online training, I've added 4 bonus sessions. The first one is how can you be a magnetic storyteller? Now, storytelling isn't just about facts and information, and you see that. I've mentioned that a few times. There's lots of ways to tell stories. I have 10 ways that you can tell a story. And I'll be adding that on the online, and you can decide when and if you will use these types of stories about who am I? What do I do? Is there a case study? Stories of when you've been in business, when things didn't go to plan, and what did you do instead? Stories to build your brand. This is one of the most valuable lessons that you will find. The second bonus is how do you speak to camera? And I'm very passionate, you can tell, I'm very passionate about my work. And I've got a high standard in what I teach and my expectations. And that's because of this one difference. I studied film and media. And studying film and media, as well as studying professional speaking and studying voice, I've put all of that together so that I can actually help you to become that person much quicker than the time it took me. So speaking to camera is a great skill to have. I'm not saying you have to be like a news presenter, that's not what I'm saying, but understanding how you look on camera, how you sound on camera. And I'll give you all the tips that I've learned that you can get started and then start to add that to your own presentation. The third bonus is one that I added when I was asked about podcasting. Now, right now I have about 350 podcasts on the Power of Vocal Dynamics Business School. Last week, I think I had 11,000 downloads on some of my episodes. Why was that? Because I do a presentation and then I do a little mini masterclass. So you too can learn how I work as a podcaster. But I'll be teaching you some of the things that has led to the downfall of many podcast hosts, and still they don't come over very well. They do dent their credibility. So what are you now thinking about all these bonuses? Do you think that's really good? Learning about speaking, learning about how to speak to camera, podcasting. But the fourth thing is about, you might call it being mentally ready. I call it mental preparedness. And I think that there's a huge aspect of speaking to camera that's about mental preparedness. It's about your emotional state, how you look, how you sound, and how you come across. Does that sound like a plan to join my online speaking course? I'm Sheena Walker from Different Stages Speaking.